Welcome to the second part of my crochet video. From here on out, I'm going to be using my smaller hook. Now, if you didn't choose the smaller hook and you chose to go on with the original hook, that is completely fine. We are both going to start off with where we left off. So insert your hook and you're going to chain up 3 times. And then you're going to turn your work around and double crochet into the next stitch like you normally would when you double crochet. So here we made 2 double crochets and we're just going to continue to double crochet all the way along this row until you've reached yet again the corner. And again, the corner will be the point of your V. So as I approach the center of my top, I am going to finish that off with a double crochet, and when I reach the center space that we had made, that corner, we are going to do 2 double crochets into that space. And then you're going to chain up 2. And then you're going to do 2 more double crochets back into that same stitch. So in total, in every single middle center corner, you're going to have 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochet all into that same stitch. Then you're going to continue to double crease like normal throughout the end of this row, and I'll meet you down there. So here I am finishing up my last double crochet. As you can see, the beginning of our top is starting to look like a V-shaped row. And to continue, you're going to start off where you left off. And you're going to chain up 3 to begin the new row. And then you're going to double crochet into the beginning of the new row like you normally would. And double crochet all the way down until you've reached the corner or the center of your V. So as you can see here, I am starting my double crochets again, and I'm going to double crochet all the way down until I've reached my middle stitch where the V meets. And this is where I'm going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and do 2 double crochet all into that space. And every single time you meet a V, that's where you're going to do the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Then you're just going to double crochet all the way back down until you reach your last stitch. And then you're going to chain 3, double crochet, and then do it all over again. So every single time you're in this middle stitch, that's when you're going to do the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Since I am making a size small, I'm going to do 14 rows of this. If you are a different size, I will put the description box of the sizes right here. Right here on how many rows of this V shape you should do if you want a larger or smaller top depending. And I will meet you when all my V's are done. Once you've completed your rows, this is what the body of your top should look like. And we're just going to pick up right where we left off. You are going to be chaining up 3. And you're going to turn your work around and double crochet like you normally would onto this row. So now from here on out we're going to be doing something different. We're going to double crochet along the row, except we're going to stop 2 stitches before the center. As I said before, you're going to stop 2 stitches before the middle, and I want to show you close up so that it's 1 stitch, 2 stitch, and you're going to stop on the 3rd stitch. So continue to make your double crochet on the 3rd stitch, but stop 2 stitches before the middle. As you can see, I could complete that row, but I'm not going to. So then you're going to turn your work around, and you're going to slip stitch into that very first stitch. So the stitch where your hook is actually on, you're going to slip stitch into that. Oops. and then you're going to slip stitch again onto the next stitch, and then slip stitch one more time into the next stitch. So 3 slip stitches all in a row together. Then you're going to chain up 3, and you're going to double crochet like you normally would onto that next stitch, and you will double crochet your way all the way back down the row. So now that you've reached your end, you're going to chain up 3, turn your work around, and start double crocheting your way down that row. This side of the top is never going to change. You're always going to be chaining up 3 and turning your work around and double crocheting down. However, once you reach the end of this row, again, stop 2 stitches before the end. As I'm approaching the end of my row, I'm again going to stop 2 stitches before the end of the row. So there's 1, and then there's 2. So as you can see, I'm stopping 2 stitches before. And then I'm going to turn my work around and do my 3 slip stitches again. So then I'm going to chain up 3 and double crochet my way along this row again. And you're basically going to be repeating this process, and I will show you an overview on exactly how many times to do it and where to. So I will meet you at the end. So what you're basically going to be doing is at the end of the row, you're going to be chaining up 3, where you're going to double crochet down all the way till the end of the row. And here you're going to stop 2 stitches before the end of the row. Then you're going to turn your work over, and you're going to be doing the 3 slip stitches, then chaining up 3 and double crocheting your way all the way back down the row once more. So essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be working on one side of your top, where I'm about to show you right now, and you're going to be doing this zigzag motion with your rows until you've reached only 2 double crochets left. So once you've reached 2 double crochets, I'll meet you down. Hi guys, sorry for the vertical flipped image in my video right now. I could not find the original one, but this is the only time the video is going to be like this. So here we see that I only have 2 double crochets left, and I've already fastened off and cut off my yarn. And you can see that one half of my top is finished, and now I'm going to be working directly on the other half, doing the same exact thing. And right where my finger is on the top left hand corner is where I'm going to reattach my yarn so I can finish this top. So I will meet you up there. You're just going to make a slip knot with your hook, and you're going to pull it through that first stitch right here, and you're going to pull through with a slip stitch. So once you pull through with your slip stitch, you are going to chain up 3 and double crochet your way all the way back down the row like you normally would. And so from here on out, we are going to be doing the same exact thing we did. It's just going to be on the other side, and you're going to do that to complete almost all your top, and I will meet you when this whole other half is done. So this is what the finished product should look like at this point, and we are going to jump straight ahead onto the next part. Starting with your bigger crochet hook and a different color, your trimming color, you're going to create a slip knot and pull your hook through it. Then you're going to be inserting it into one of the 2 corners. So I'm going to start with this one right here. You're going to pull through the top of one of the double crochets, and you're going to pull that through with a slip knot. Now you're going to chain up 4 times. Now you're going to double crochet onto the base of the next row. So as you can see, we've been making rows throughout this entire halter top in our white color. And now we're going to look at it from the sideways point of view. So you're going to double crochet onto the base of that next row. Then you're going to chain one to create your other mesh stitch, your next one. So chain one and double crochet onto the base of the second row, which is right here. You could always tell where it is because the stitch is actually a lot thicker than the surrounding stitches. Now you're going to chain one again and do a double crochet onto the next base of the next row. And so essentially you're creating these mesh stitches by chaining one and then double crocheting onto the base of the next row. If you have trouble finding the bases of your row, I can point out a few for you right here. So here is one right here, another one, and another one. And you're going to do this mesh trimming all the way until the floral part of your halter. So I will meet you right here. This is what you should have so far, and now we are going to work all the way up to the top. So you're just going to continue doing your mesh stitch. That doesn't change, but when you get to your other corner, so you should have two corners left. So right there and right here. That is where your strap is going to be. So you're going to stop there. And so far, you're just going to continue to single or chain one and skip one stitch and double crochet onto the next stitch. So you're doing the same exact mesh trimming, except now you can skip a stitch and double crochet onto the next stitch. And you're going to be doing this until you reach your corner. Once you've reached right before your corner, you're going to chain one and you're going to double crochet directly into that corner. And from here on out, you're going to make your neck strap, your first neck strap. I'm going to chain 65 times to make my neck strap. So I will meet you after 65 chains. Once you created all of your chains, you're simply going to single crochet your way back down the neck strap, and I will meet you when you have finished. That you're at the bottom of your chain, you're going to chain one and double crochet right back into that same corner you left off from. So double crochet into there and continue your mesh stitch by chaining one, skipping one, and double crocheting onto the next one. So now you're working at the top of your top, and you're just going to do this all the way until you reach the second corner. So now that you've reached your second corner, you're going to chain one and double crochet into that same corner. And then you're just going to repeat the steps you did on the other neck strap. You're going to chain up 65 and single crochet your way all the way back down. And I will meet you after you have single crochet your way all the way back down after 65 chains. So as I'm approaching my end of the second neck strap, I'm going to do the same thing where I chain one and double crochet into that same corner. And then you're going to chain one, skip one stitch, and double crochet onto the next stitch, doing your mesh stitches all the way across the second side of your top. So basically you're just going to be repeating the same exact thing you did on the other side. And after you have done your mesh stitches on the other side, I will meet you at the bottom. To reach the end, you're going to chain one and double crochet in between the last two double crochets of the body of your crochet top. And you're going to chain up for your back strap or your waist strap. I chained about 70 times, You can do more if you want the straps longer or less chains if you want them shorter. You have reached your desired length of chains, you're again going to single crochet your way all the way back down to complete one side of your back waist strap. And I will meet you down once you're finished. So once you've reached the end, you're going to chain one and double crochet into the same corner that you had started from. So now that we are going to be working at the bottom trimming of our halter top, which looks a little different, as you can see, they look like little triangles or like tiny little mountains. You're actually going to be working your stitches directly into those spaces. So you are going to be inserting your hook back in and you are going to chain up 2 times. You're going to single crochet directly inside the top of that triangle looking pyramid. So you're not going onto into any direct stitch, you're going to be going into a space actually. So you're going to chain 2 again and go directly into that space. So again, you're going to be chaining 2 and you're going to be going directly into that space. Chain 2 and go directly into the top of any triangle looking shape that you see. I'm going to do it a couple more times so you guys can really see. Chain 2 and go right into that space. Again, do not go onto any particular stitch. You're going to be doing this until you reach the middle of your top, and I'll show you what to do there. Once you've reached the middle, you're going to chain 2 like normally and single crochet directly into that middle stitch. And you're just going to continue to do the same thing all the way till the end, and I will meet you at the end of this row. Once you've reached almost the end of your row, you're going to chain up 2 and you're going to single crochet directly into the 2 double crochets, so in between 2 double crochets. And now you're going to chain up 2 times and chain up twice, and then you're going to do a double crochet directly into that same space. Now here we're going to chain up however many chains you did, because this is what our back waist strap is going to be. So you're just going to chain up however many chains you want. I usually just do the even amount of number that I did on the other side. And once again, you're going to single crochet your way all the way back down. And I'm not going to show you that, so I'll meet you once you have single crochet your way all the way back down. As you're finishing your row of single crochets, you are going to chain up 2 times. And you are going to be creating a slip stitch directly into that last mesh stitch right there. So in it, you're going to be slip stitching and you are done. You're going to fasten off and you have just completed your floral crochet top.